I'm joined by Joe Steele, who is one, a talented content creator, two, an amazing makeup artist, and she's going to be a part of this new show, Faceplant. It's in season 2 now and streaming at millionstories.com. And just describe for people what you do, because I've seen your content and it's not your average makeup transformation video.
Totally. It's funny because today I actually just like compiled a bunch of different looks because it's very hard to explain what I do. So I do everything from like cosplays to like likeness makeup. So I just became Taylor Swift yesterday. But I also do like illusion makeups, like I become animals and I do like make parts of me disappear. So I think my range as a makeup artist is like very broad, I guess, compared to like most people as makeup artists.
And it's interesting because you have all of this talent, and I just wonder, how do you discover that you're good at this?
Yeah, so I've been making art like for as long as I can remember, and I think it came with like a lot of practice. Of course, some people have like an aptitude for these things, but as far as makeup is concerned, I went to film school and ended up interning at a special effects studio in LA, and that's where I really started to discover like myself as a canvas.
You're portraying other characters, but at the same time, you do learn more about yourself by the characters that you portray. And so,
Totally.
what are some of those lessons?
Yeah, I guess that's really fascinating. I've been asked so many questions about this and never anything like that. That's a really interesting question. Um, I think it depends on like what I'm doing and what sort of look I'm doing. So I do a lot around mental health. And so those pieces that I do, like I'm always in a process of self-discovery. But then also like the likeness makeups that I do, a lot of times like do have a lot of meaning for me. And I do find it really interesting to like study people as I'm doing it. So I think like the study of people has come from what I do, which is fun.
And that's pretty cool, especially since you can now show it off just thanks to the power of social media, which is always great. And so, lots of people get to see what you do. And
Yeah.
so, what has been that experience for you?
Yeah, so I'm really thankful for that. For a lot of people, myself included, it kind of happened by accident. So while I was working at a special effects studio, I was also working at an advertising company. And then my social media, I was just casually posting to social media and it started to go viral. And I saw that as an opportunity to like make that my career, which I wouldn't, you would ask me like before that, like it would have just not been in the cards for me. So the ability to like do that and to have an audience and to like be my own boss and my own creative director is really cool. And I'm very thankful for that.
For sure, especially in a day and age where it's so much easier to do that now than it was, say, 10, 20 years ago. And to
Totally.
allow people to support your art because they just love what you do. And so, for an artist, what is it like to have so many people that support what you do and are just constantly looking for something new?
I mean, it's that alone is the inspiration. So people always ask me like where I get inspiration from. And I think hearing people's feedback and also like getting suggestions from my audience, like that is the most inspiring part of what I do. I've had people tell me that I've changed their lives. I've had people that go on to do what I do now. And it's stuff like that that really keeps you going with it. Because of course there it like comes with its fair share of negativity, but the positivity like far outweighs any negativity.
Now, is this a community of people that do this? Because I know everyone finds out something different when they're going into art. And so, for you, have you found community in this?
Totally. So I actually was on another show called Fake Up, which was a Snapchat show, and they brought in like a lot of makeup artists like myself, and it was the first time I'd really got to experience the community of people that do what I do, and I'm still friends with those people. So, yeah, there's really talented people out there that we're all kind of different, but we're in the same like lane, so it's very fun to connect. Yeah.
And I got to ask, because I talked about the community aspect, because you can now bond over this with a lot of other people. What do your friends think of what you do?
Oh, hilarious. Yeah, everybody that I know always has something to say, and it's really fun for me to see like the differences in reactions. Like I became Taylor Swift, and it's so different than how I normally am that I had friends go like, "This is one of your scariest looks yet." Like just because it's so not me, like she's so glamorous, and I'm definitely like way more low key than that. But I get to embody those characters, which is fun.
I could get that for sure. To see such a big change in just adjustment is probably crazy for your friends.
Yeah,
And now
totally.
you're also on this new show, Faceplant, as well. And
Mhm.
so, talk about the show itself and what people can see you doing on the show.
Totally. So Faceplant gave me the opportunity to talk about my mental health journey in regards to like content creating. And I'm really thankful for that platform because I've always been very transparent about it, but to actually like sit down and talk about like the struggles that come along with having a career like entirely online uh was really cool for me. And to be able to share that part of my story, I think has always been really important to me. So I was thankful for the opportunity.
And so this was, of course, a great opportunity, but I'm sure you're always, getting new inspiration from places. And so recently, where have you found a lot of inspiration?
Well, I actually just adopted two pigs. So I'd say like nature, animals, like that's a huge part of my inspiration. But also I do get a lot of suggestions from like my audience, and I do draw a lot from like pop culture. I'm a huge anime fan, so like I end up doing a lot of work in that realm as well. So it's kind of from all over the place. I think it's important for me to like have a balance between like social media and my real life, but it all kind of converges in my art.
Definitely an important message too about balance. And
Yeah.
so have just a great platform to do this. I just know that there are going to be a lot of other things that you're going to be up to and staying busy. And so I'm glad you could join me today to talk about it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.